Hello, hello. I am back and we are in part 3 of our 3-part video series on sales funnels made easy. How do you like it so far? Are you loving it? I hope you do. I hope that the things you felt just before video 1 are all gone. No overwhelm, no confusion. You know exactly what funnels are. You know why you need them. You know you want them. And now I'm going to show you in this video how you can copy the exact 5 classic funnels that are used everywhere. Some of them are used by me, but they are classic funnels that have been around for a long time. You can tweak them and adjust them so they fit your needs, but basically it's copy and just do exactly the same to sell yours. So are you ready? Are you ready? I know you may be ready, but did you sign up to the webinar? I know you're fed up with me, but I want to make sure that you're joining the Putting the Fun in Funnels webinar that I'm going to do in a few days. I want you to be there live. It's going to be great and awesome. And I want you to see how I create my own funnel from start to finish within an hour. Okay. You need to sign up and you can also win stuff during the giveaway that I'm going to do there. So yes, under this video, there is a button to sign up for the webinar. Just do it now. Stop the video. Do it now. Come back and we will all be happy. So I assume you did it and we can move on. Video number 3, part 3 of our series is all about classic funnels. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show you these beautiful funnels that you can copy and use for yourself. Okay, I do it every time. I jump through the first one. Okay, so sales funnels made easy. This is part 3, 5 classic funnels that you can use to sell any product, any industry, any price. Okay, in fact, you can use some of them for your different kind of products and audiences. Are you ready? I know I am. You remember who I am? Just in case you forgot, I am Netetal Moore, the founder of No Hassle website and creator of No Hassle Funnels. My superpower is making the life of online entrepreneurs better by creating easy and super affordable solutions to seemingly complicated problems. Always seemingly complicated because there's always a way to make things easier and simpler, and that's what I love doing. As a serial entrepreneur since my teens, I've been creating sales funnels way before I had any idea what a sales funnel was, okay? But in the last 15 years, I focused on online marketing and online entrepreneurship, and I've experimented with anything you can think of. Seriously, I didn't mention it before, but I tried different funnels, different technology, marketing platforms, product. I don't think I shared in the previous videos. I lived 5 years in Costa Rica. My husband and I lived there, where we developed this 10-day vacation package. Oh, I wrote vacation pages. I meant vacation packages to Costa Rica. I did that using Google AdWords. I sold custom-made wedding dresses to brides in the UK. The wedding dresses were made in China and the brides were in the UK. It was a very cool business, actually. And I did that mostly using SEO. Then I had a cloth diapers brand for 7 years. We just sold it a few months ago. And that we used mainly social media to grow. And then I have No Hassle website. I've sold many of those. And I do that with a combination of ads, social media, landing pages, emails, and all these funnels that we already talked about. I've done it all, and after many trials, I made it, and I'm here to share it with you. You can do the same. You can do, and having funnels is one great way to achieve that. Okay, why 5 classic funnels? Because why reinvent the wheel? Really, I told you in the previous video that I want you to think of your on your own first funnel, because I wanted to get your creative juices going. I wanted you to think. I wanted you to be aware. I wanted you to see other funnels. But basically, you can always use one of these 5 classic funnels pretty much to sell anything, any price point, any kind of business you have at different stages. These classic funnels or variations of them, right? You can always tweak them, have been around for a while and they work. So you don't need to start from scratch, but you can always modify them to your own needs. They follow the AIDA method. You remember awareness, interest, desire, and action, and they make sense. And you will see them. We'll go over each of them and you will see how they make sense. You can and should give them your own twist and tweak them for your own needs, but essentially there is no reason for you to waste time on starting from scratch. Okay, this is basically what I want you to know. Now, take notes, write it down. You can copy these and then create them on your own. Okay, funnel number 1. This is the evergreen offer for low price point product. Now, this may look familiar to you because this is exactly my $80,000 funnel we talked about in video number 2. Okay, so let's recap. What do we have here? It starts with an ad. People then from the ad get to a sales page that has some kind of a timer on it. Okay, in this case, 3 days. You can do whatever. This is where you tweak, right? You can say, I want my timer, it takes longer. I want it to be a week. I want it to be a month. It doesn't matter. But shorter creates urgency, so I wouldn't go over a few days. So they get to a sales page. There, they can either purchase or not purchase. If they don't purchase, they start seeing more ads, the retargeting ads. Then they get to the sales page again. Now it's less than 3 days or less than the original time, but it's the same sales page. From there, they can either purchase or not purchase. But if they ever get to the sales page again, or try to get to it, or click to it, or go to it somehow, if they kept the URL, they will still see that the offer is gone, and they will be encouraged and redirected to the regular deal or to a more expensive deal, right? So in my case, I have special bonuses for the 48 hours, but you can also simply have a reduced price for your product if they buy within the first 48 hours. And then you redirect them to the regular shopping cart with the regular price. Okay, so this is this funnel. You're already pros, you know this funnel. It says funnel number 1 in our list of 5 classic funnels. And it is good, especially for evergreen products at the low price point. They're good for introductory offers to your portfolio of offers. So if you have different levels of products and different price points, this could be an evergreen funnel that you run all the time, mainly to bring people to you. So you may not make a lot of money off of it, but it's an introductory offer so people get to know you, they're happy with you, then they'll end up buying your other products eventually. Okay, it's great for monthly memberships. So if you have your own membership site where people pay you every month for your membership to be part of your membership program, then this is a great funnel because it's evergreen. You can run ads all the time if your membership is open all the time, and also because the price point is low. Usually memberships cost between $7 a month to less than $100 a month. So this is a great funnel for that. It's great for impulse buy products. So I didn't really mention it, but the funnels can work, of course, also for physical product. So you may have a book, you may be an artist and you create some kind of things that are under $100, and people can just see them, don't really know you, but it will be an impulse buy. So this is a great kind of funnel for that. It's very good for products that don't require too much previous trust. Because it's a short funnel and it's to a cold audience, then it's good and ideal for products that don't require people really to know you and have to do a 6-month research to decide if they're going to buy from you. It's great if you don't have a list and to cold audience. So this was funnel number 1. Now let's move on to funnel number 2. This one I called the email sequence for a limited time offer. So let's see what we have here. This one starts from an ad or post or email or Instagram. So unlike the previous one, which is usually an evergreen funnel that comes from an ad, in this case, there are many ways that you can start this process. If you already have a list, if you have a page, if you have a group, people that follow you anywhere, then you can run an ad, but you can also just post about it or share about it, that you have some kind of an irresistible freebie offer, right? So you're going to send them to a landing page with this opt-in, and they will opt in for it, give you your email address. They will be redirected to a thank you page, right, where they're going to download or receive this freebie, but they're also going to get onto your email list. And then they're going to get email number 1, where they and you share the link to the freebie with them. And then email number 2 with an offer, a paid offer this time, and a link to the sales page. So the first email will just be, thank you for signing up. Here is your freebie. And then, 2 days later, I'm offering this and check this out, right? So then you will send them to a sales page. At this point, they can either purchase or not purchase. If they don't purchase, they'll get another email. All these things can be done through mail services like MailChimp, GetResponse, ConvertKit. All these mail services have these options of tagging people and know if they bought or didn't buy, okay? So email number 3 will have the offer again, a link to the sales page, and warning that the cart is closing, okay? So unlike the previous funnel where we had this timer that ticked when people started and was specific to them, this is ideal for limited time offers. So let's say you're opening your cart for 3 days. You will start this process. You will then let them know the cart is open. And then you'll send them another email saying, hey, the cart is going to close tomorrow in 6 hours, in 2 hours, whatever you want to do. Of course, there can be more emails here, but this is just for illustration purposes. You can add more emails to your sequence. Then they're prompted again to go to the sales page. They can either purchase or not purchase. When the cart closes, they will get a message, hey, sorry, the offer is gone, but you can join the wait list, for example, so that you will be notified next time we open the cart, okay? So this is an email sequence for limited time offer. When is this funnel good for? It's good for limited time offers, obviously. It's good for low to medium price points. So it could be a little higher than the evergreen funnel that we saw before, because these people may already know you, because they're on your list, because they follow your page, because they're in your group, all kinds of things like that. It's a great way to make quick and easy cash boost. So let me show you again, because it's very short, but it's for a specific offer that you're going to send to your list, to your followers, and run ads at the same time. You can decide, okay, I'm going to invest $500 in ads, plus I'm going to send it to all my list. I'm going to send it to, post about it on my page, let people know in my group. And then within a few days through this process, you can make a few $1,000s, for example, obviously depending on what you're offering. But through this process of this email sequence, in a very short time, you can have a great cash boost, okay? This is also great for relaunching an existing product. So maybe you have a product that you open the cart to every few months for a few days. Maybe you don't want to do a big launch. You just want to run ads, share it with your group, share it with your list, and for, a week it's open and then you close it. This is a great, easy way to do it. It's great for warm and hot audiences. So obviously people that already know you, getting people that don't know you directly from an ad to end up buying in a short time is harder. So it really depends on your price point and what you're offering. But that's why I recommend this more for a warm and hot audience and not for a completely cold audience. It's also good when you have a group or a mailing list or followers or all of these because of what I explained. So that is funnel number 2. Let's move on. Funnel number 3. This one is a webinar funnel to sell a product. So let's see what happens here. Again, it starts with an ad, but also you're going to post about it, email it to your list and your Instagram and whatever other means you have to make people know about it. You're going to invite them to register to a webinar. So they'll get to a webinar registration page. They'll sign up. Once they sign up, they get to a thank you page where I highly recommend, in many cases, you add a short video, tell them what they need to do, and call to action, either join your group or sign up for or post about something or put it in their calendar, some kind of call to action. Then they will get the webinar sign up confirmation, right? But also a webinar reminder just before the webinar. And they will then go to the live webinar, whether it's on your page or on Facebook Live also, but they will see the live webinar. They will then get a replay to the webinar that also has the buy now button and a timer. So in the webinar, you're going to open your cart. You're going to send them to your sales page or to your button or to your whatever it is that you need to do. I didn't include here exactly what, because it really depends on what you're sending them to, but you will originally open the cart here to your product, but then you will immediately send a link to a replay for people that haven't seen it or didn't finish to see it. They will be, again, redirected to another page that has the webinar replay and the buy now and timer telling them that the cart is going to close soon. They can either buy or not buy at this point. So this is a webinar funnel, okay? You've probably been to many of these. Who is this good for? What is it good for? It's good for any product where you want to have a webinar as your launch trigger. Now, by launch trigger, I mean the event when you open your cart, okay? So it could be anything, really. People do webinars from products that are from low to super high-end price points, okay? So it depends on what stage you are in your business, who your audience is, who you attract, how much you want to invest in it, how much trust it requires. But a webinar is a great way to get people to know you and sell to them. So if you want to do a webinar to open your cart, then this is a great funnel for it. It's also very good for expensive courses, masterminds, coaching. People really like webinars. Although people are tired of webinars a little bit, they still show up to webinars and they still crave more information and they want results. So they will continue to do that until they find it. It's also great to grow your authority and expert status, because a lot of people don't run webinars. They fear webinars. They don't like to do live events. Then those who actually do it are automatically, they get some, authority by association, by the fact that they're running a webinar. It's already sounds like they know what they're doing. I highly recommend you do it. And it is good for cold, warm, and hot audiences. Okay, so this is a webinar funnel. Like I said, you probably have been to many of these. Let's move on to funnel number 4. This one is for challenges, okay, to sell a product or a program, a course, or anything like that. So I have a lot of experience with funnels. Some of you may have been, I have a lot of experience with challenges. Some of you may have been, took part of my challenges. It's something that has helped me grow my business significantly. I've run, I think, 8, I think, 5-day challenges during the last 2 years. And this is how it works for me. I run ads to the challenge. So I invite people, cold audience, they've never heard of me. I run ads and invite them to my 5-day challenge. They sign up. There's a sign up page. They get to a thank you page for joining. They immediately get a thank you for joining email. And then with the days leading up to the challenge, I sometimes send them several emails, or at least the day before, I just remind them, hey, the challenge starts tomorrow, because they may have signed up on a Monday and the challenge starts only the following Monday. So I want to make sure that they remember. Then during the challenge itself, they get daily challenge emails. I'm telling them, hey, the day 1 challenge is here. This is your assignment for today. Come to the group, join this, do that, post that. These are the daily challenge emails. And then email number 7 is just before the last day of the challenge or the morning of the last day, where I invite them to a live webinar. So I always close my 5-day challenges with a live webinar. So I invite them to the live webinar. I then, just like before, send them a link to the replay and a link to see the replay and buy now, right? Because I open my cart to my product. You can use this for any kind of product in any level. I'll show you again who and when I recommend it to. You can then send them to a sales page or directly to a cart or to a PayPal button, whatever method you have of charging them the money. And then they can either purchase or not purchase. So this is a great funnel that I use a lot and is very, very effective. I get about 300 to 400 people, new people, to join my list and to join my challenges every time I run a challenge. So this has been very, very effective for me. Who is it good for? When is it good for? It's good for challenges. It's a great way to quickly grow your list. Like I just mentioned, a few hundred people every time I run it. And they may or may not buy at the end of the challenge, but now they know me. So some of them join the first time and don't do it, and then 6 months later they do it, or don't buy the product but then come back to me for something else. So definitely a great way to grow awareness. The next good use of it is for products that require trust and overcoming barriers. So if you are selling something that is not an easy sell, that people need to know you, need to understand, need time, need to trust you, then running a 5-day challenge is an amazing way to build all of that. And you promote it with the funnel that I just showed you. So it's a great way for products that require a lot of trust, or that the buyer needs to overcome their own barriers in deciding to buy. Okay, it's good for cold and warm audiences. So I always run my ads to cold audiences, but of course invite my existing community and audience as well. And it's also great for big launches. So if you want something big, you can run a very big challenge. You know, if you put the budget into ads, it can be really big. I just saw a big promotion to a challenge by one of the online gurus I will not name, but she did a great job, really very professional. And I did not sign up for it because it wasn't something I was interested in. But what was interesting was that I saw the ads, and it was done very nicely. And then I saw the group where the 5-day challenge was running, and it started in early September and had 6,000 people in it. So she got 6,000 people to join her 5-day challenge just by running the ads to the challenge. So that was very good. The last funnel is funnel number 5 for high ticket applications. So this is great for the coaches among you or anyone that is selling high-end tickets. Let me show you how it works. You start with an ad or a post or an email or Instagram, one of these, and then people land on a high ticket application page. What happens on this page? Basically, it's a landing page where I recommend you do a video. This needs to be a professional video. It can be, by professional, I don't mean you need to hire someone. I just mean that it should be done with thought and with a very specific intention of getting them to want to fill out your application. So on this landing page, they will see a video. It can be a showcase. It can be an interview that you do with a previous client. It can be several things. But at the end of it, you really want to encourage them to click to fill out the application. Okay, so they're not buying anything. The first thing they need to do is fill out the application. And then, so they're redirected to the application form. They fill out everything. And basically, they're interviewing to you. You are going to decide if they qualify to buy your product or your service or your coaching, right? So it creates a lot of the perception of authority, even if it's not there yet. I don't mean that you should abuse it, but by default, when the potential buyer is required to apply to buy from you, then it has this effect, right? Psychological effect. So they fill out the application, and right after the application, this is a great add to the funnel, is that they get to a thank you page that asks them to schedule a call immediately. So although you are going to come back to them after you review their application, they already scheduled a call. So they are waiting to hear back from you. Will you agree to take them and for them to pay you, right? And this call will, this is where you decide, if it's going to work for you, and they decide if you are a good match to them, and then they can either purchase or not purchase. So this is ideal if you need to have a phone call, really, if it requires to talk to someone to close the deal. And it's ideal therefore for high ticket products. So let's see, for high ticket products, for coaching, masterminds, live events that are expensive, and the buyer wants to talk to someone, and you also want to qualify who will join or who you're going to coach or who is going to be part of your mastermind or live event. It's great for exclusive offers that have limited space. Now, don't use it lightly and don't abuse it. This is for when you really only can take on, for example, 3 new people each month, right? So you want to, and you're starting to make money, and you're starting to be known, and you possibly get more than 3 potential clients a month. Then if you put that in place, then you can qualify them even before they can choose to buy from you, okay? It's great for one-on-one work. It's cold and warm audiences, and it creates the perception of exclusiveness and scarcity because, like I said before, this process by default creates that perception, and it can also be very true that you can only have a certain number of people or at a time or for a specific event. So those are the 5 funnels. I want to recap. You should know it by now, but let's talk about it again. All these funnels go through this process of awareness, interest, desire, and action. You can go back and make notes to yourself. What is the awareness part? Where is the interest? Where is the desire? And when do they take action? And see how they are built like this. This is why they're classic. This is why they work. Again, why do you must have a sales funnel? Because it can change your business and bank account. It can bring people all the time to you, so you don't have to worry about it and spend so much time and energy on it. Instead, you can spend time and energy on things you love and service your community. You can use different funnels for different people, for different stages, for different products that you have. It helps build trust and nurture your relationship with your potential customers, and it works. So, what next? You already know the drill. First of all, congrats. You are now officially a Funnels Pro. I hope that I delivered on my promise to you on video 1, that now you understand funnels. It's not overwhelming. It's easy. It makes sense. You know what you need. You can create your own funnel. You can copy and implement it on your own business, okay? For your homework today, there's still homework, guys. I want you to go and create your first sales funnel. But before you do that, join me live and watch over my shoulders as I create a complete funnel from start to finish in the Putting the Fun in Funnels webinar. So if by strange coincidence and turn of events you have not signed up yet, please click on the button below this video. Sign up now to Putting the Fun in Funnels webinar that I'm going to have very soon. So make sure not to be too late for it. Sign up, put it in your calendar, and join live. I am going to show you how I create a complete funnel from start to finish. And you will see, we talked here a lot about theory. In this webinar, you're going to see the practice of how I actually create and put a complete funnel on my website, okay? And you can do the same. You don't need to be techie. You just need to show up for this webinar and you'll see how to do it, okay? I would love for you to sign up and then write in the comments below, I want to have funnels, only after you sign up for the webinar, because I will do another giveaway during the webinar only for people who signed up, show up live, and have commented, I want to have funnels, in the comments below this video, okay? So I think that's it for us. I hope you enjoyed this series. I know that I certainly did. It was really fun to make and prepare this for you. I am very excited to see what you think, and I'm very excited to see you in the live webinar soon. Bye-bye. Ciao.